Welcome to Review Every Ship by CitizenCon 2024. The point is to give an update on every ship since some haven't had a video made about them in years, and others the information is simply too spread out to be helpful in making decisions. Remember, digital ships aren't imaginary, digital ships are imagine-necessary. Every month we do a giveaway. This month's giveaway prize will be a Drake Vulture. To enter, subscribe to the channel, like or dislike a video from this month, and leave a comment on a video from this month. For the full giveaway details, make sure you visit our Billionaire Ninjas Discord or our social media at Ninjas Leap. Today we begin with the Esperia manufacturer. We have reached the Esperia Blade, and it has 0 variants. For the price, the Blade, as of 3.23.1a, is 275 standalone, 250 warbond, and was the same at concept. In-game cost is about 7.8 million, and the in-game 3-day rental price is unknown. This ship is sold in limited capacity, and this ship cannot be rented in-game as of 3.23.1a. Vandal light fighters, designated Blade, are often used as scouts and first-wave assault crafts. Over the decades of conflict, they have been increasingly used to take out comm arrays and early warning systems. They have also served well as skirmisher units, as their speed allows them to chase down ships attempting to flee. If engaged, expect the Blade to utilize its speed and agility to wear down your defenses.
There are worse things out tonight than vampires.
Like what?
Like me.
For measurements, the Blade has a length of 20.5 meters, beam of 16.5, height of 5.5, and it is a size 2 small ship. Its minimum crew is 1 and its maximum crew is 1, and it can carry 0 SCU. The claim time for the Blade is about 10 minutes. Expedited is about 3.5 minutes, and the expedited fee is about 5,100 credits as of 3.23.1a. The Blade has a top SCM speed of 225, which is way above average overall, and for its class, it's about average. For its nav speed, it is 1200, which is way above average overall. That is also only average for its class. For maneuverability, it is one of the most maneuverable ships in the game overall, and for its class, it is by far the most maneuverable ship. For fuel, it has above average hydrogen and slightly below average quantum capacity overall, but for its class, it has way above average hydrogen capacity, tying for 5th best, but its quantum capacity is average. For weapons, the Blade has 2 size 3 Warlord plasma cannons, 2 size 2 Wasp laser repeaters, no remote turrets, no man turrets, and 8 size 1 missiles, split between 2 racks. For ship parts, the Blade has 1 small radar, 1 small computer, 1 small power plant, 2 small coolers, 2 small shield generators, 2 small fuel intakes, 1 small fuel tank, 1 small quantum drive, 1 small jump module, and 1 small quantum fuel tank. The hull HP for the Blade is 7,250, which is way below average overall. For its small class, it is way below average, reaching the bottom 5. The shields on the Blade are 2 all-stop shields, military grade C. These are bubble type shields. The HP is 3,000 total and regen rate is 134 HP per second. For quantum stats, the Blade uses the Rush civilian grade C quantum drive. It takes about 4 minutes to go 20 gigameters and maxes out its range at about 100 gigameters. For quantum stats, the Blade uses the Rush civilian grade C quantum drive. It takes about 4 minutes to go 20 gigameters and maxes out its range at about 62 gigameters. The quantum capability on this one is planetary. Planetary means you will be able to travel to another planet in the solar system one way, but you will need to refuel when you get there. For special features and amenities, this is a single seat fighter. It doesn't come with any amenities, but it does have 1,300 micro SCU of stowage to carry a few odds and ends. My preferred loadout is a full military loadout. For this ship, you can't swap out the weapons, but you can swap out other components. Keep the stock missiles, swap the stock shields for FR-66, swap the stock power plant for the JS-300, swap the stock coolers for the Glacier, and swap the stock quantum drive for a VK-00. Now it's time to rate this ship. A rating I rate from 1 to 10. My 1 is only by if you have a unique reason that is specific to you, or because you like the looks of the ship. My 10 is basically if you have the money, this ship is almost guaranteed to be useful to you in the game. A 1 doesn't mean the ship is useless or ugly, and a 10 doesn't mean that the ship is perfect. Just remember, this is just our rating. Please give us yours in the comments down below. And if you're honest, then we'll be honest. And we can just have a whole truth fest down in the comments, because you can definitely believe everything you hear on the internet. My rating for this ship overall is a 3. Let's start with what I like about this ship. This is a good fighter, if you know how to use it, which is maneuver, maneuver, maneuver. You must stay behind the target. If you can manage to do so, you can win a high number of engagements. This ship is also a really cool looking ship, especially when it's flying. It literally looks like it cuts through the air, hence the name Blade. And it's one of the best looking fighters in the game, if you ask me, but that is up to the eye of the beholder. Now, what are the ship's issues? Well, it has 4 issues mainly, but maybe you can say 5. The price, the user interface in the cockpit, not enough speed, and lack of an ability to swap the weapons. It's about $75 overpriced. It's not fast enough to fulfill its main role of get behind your opponent and stay behind your opponent while you attack. And the weapons aren't good enough to be stock weapons, especially when you can't change them out. Oh, I also forgot to mention this thing has really low hit points, which isn't really a problem, but it's not making up for it with its speed like it's supposed to. So how would I fix this ship? Drop the price and it's fine. That would be the only fix. However, that's not going to happen, so I would say fix the plasma weapons so that they are actually useful, or at least more useful than they are currently. Or just make all the weapons size 3 weapons. The problem with the speed is that it's almost there. It's like it's one touch too slow. It should be at least as fast as the F7C Mark II in SCM mode, or as fast as the Saber in Nav max speed. But right now, it's just outclassed. For $100 more than the cost of those ships, it's really outclassed. It's weird, actually. It's like the ship was everything that it should be, and they just reduced everything by 1 except the maneuverability. They got that part right. The maneuverability on this thing is excellent. So who's this ship for? This is for the short range, quick reaction, light fighter who is a veteran pilot. Like I said, it's a good fighter, but not great. But it's not far off, and I think that's the point. It's just, I wish the price matched the fighter's utility. It's just a little bit too expensive at $275. This is a $200 ship, maybe $175 if you really pressed it, but I could see people spending $200 on this, but just not $175. So why is it a 3? Mainly because it has a lot of potential as a fighter, but it's not currently reaching that potential. However, it's only 1 balance pass away from greatness. This ship has been nerfed and buffed, but they never landed it where it needs to be. Well, I will say this, in 3.22, it was a lot better. I imagine using this ship as a hangar queen, to be honest. I don't have any use for it except for it to be that ship that's parked in my hangar with a cool skin, like, look at that trophy. However, if I did not have an F8 or an F7A, I would use this as QRF to protect my bases from invading forces. I wouldn't use it as anything long range. I wouldn't go past a moon in this thing, but they work best in groups. So if you ask me, you should have at least 3 of them if it's going to be part of a QRF force, because I do think they have the ability to overwhelm an opponent. I know you're here for our rating, but if you really want a ship, go buy it. We won't stop you. Or even better, all ships can be earned in-game once the game releases, and some you can purchase in-game right now. These are just our ratings, but when you spend, it's your money. My opinion, the Blade is for people who really care about the looks of their ship, where you don't have a thing against alien ships. It's not a bad ship. You just have to get lucky with the next few balance passes to get your full use out of it. But even if the balance pass swings the right way, that price makes it an earning game for me. All right, that is it for this one. Thanks for spending your time with us. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.